After wrapping up the G7 summit in Evian, Prime Minister Modi is in Paris for the final leg of his Europe visit. In Paris, the Prime Minister will hold further bilateral engagements and even attend the Viva Tech Summit, which is Europe's largest technology and startup event. Prime Minister Modi is scheduled to interact with the Indian diaspora at a community program as well. Prime Minister Modi received a warm welcome from members of the Indian diaspora upon his arrival at a hotel in Paris. Earlier, Prime Minister Modi concluded his engagements at the G7. The Prime Minister held a series of bilaterals on the sidelines over the 2 days of the summit, with the highlight being the first in-person meet with President Trump in over a year. Prime Minister Modi told President Trump that the safety and security of lakhs of Indian seafarers is of paramount importance, while highlighting New Delhi's concerns as well.
एक्सेलेंसी, आप जानते हैं कि मैरीटाइम ट्रेड की दुनिया में भारत के लाखों सीफेरर्स आज दुनिया के अलग अलग समुद्र में अपनी सेवाएं दे रहे हैं, विश्व की प्रगति में बहुत बड़ा योगदान दे रहे हैं और मैं समझता हूं कि उनकी सुरक्षा भी उतना ही महत्वपूर्ण है। एक्सेलेंसी, समझौते के लिए शांति के प्रयासों में आपने भरपूर प्रयास किया है। मुझे पूरा विश्वास है कि समझौते में सीफेरर की सुरक्षा भी सुनिश्चित होगी और उसको प्राथमिकता मिलेगी।
It's a rough profession, there's no question about it, and we work together on it. This has been happening throughout time, but we work together on it. Yeah, certainly. We love all of those people. They're great people.
Prime Minister Modi also met Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky on the sidelines of the summit, where the two leaders discussed efforts to restore trade ties and exchanged views on the situation in Ukraine. Later, in a post on X, Prime Minister Modi reiterated India's support for peace in Ukraine. He wrote, and I quote, "India will always be on the side of peace, placing the values of humanity above all." Prime Minister Modi also held a bilateral meet with President of the European Council, Antonio Costa, and President of the European Commission, Ursula von der Leyen, with both sides stressing on expediting signing as well as implementation of the India-European Union Free Trade Agreement. Earlier on day one of the summit, Prime Minister Modi held bilateral talks with UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer, Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney, German Chancellor Friedrich Merz, as well as UAE President Mohammed bin Zayed. The meetings focused on advancing strategic trade and defence partnerships. WION's Assistant Editor for Foreign Affairs, Siddhant Sibbal, has sent us this report from Evian.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi concludes his France visit from Paris today. In Paris, he will be attending the Viva Tech and the Diaspora event. And all throughout the visit, the big emphasis was as to how India and France can further forge up the relationship. In these, big outcome was on startups and on innovation, with both the Indian Prime Minister and the French President attending the Bharat Innovates event. And at the G7, we saw both leaders engaging several times, but also the big bilateral of the Indian Prime Minister with the US President, with the German Chancellor, with the Canadian Prime Minister, and the interventions talking about the problems of the global South and emphasizing on connectivity and mobility partnership where India can provide talent. Later today, we will see the Prime Minister addressing the diaspora, and one can expect some kind of announcements as well, something that has happened in the past. So now, simple for WION in Europe.